Well, good morning, everyone. I wanted to do a quick, it's almost afternoon, isn't it? But I thought I'd do a quick little review of our new fall products, a couple of punches. I want to show how to use a punch. And so this will be for my YouTube channel, my customers, and friends from afar. Just some information on a few things. One thing is that just to let you know, I'm going to show you several things, but I'm going to concentrate on the autumn harvest, the new autumn harvest that they have out, and I want to show you those products. I forgot to go online to find out if they are out of anything, if they still got the bundle going on with the 10% off. Well, no, it's not with the 10%. Now it might be. I don't know because they did have a bag there for a while, but then they're not including that, I think, after Friday. So, anyway, whatever, just go to my website. I always put it in my, comments about, from my YouTube channel, but, or else you can go to the CM, the Creative Memory site and just put in my name, Connie Skaggs, Skaggs, and you can pull me up from there. I'm from Ladson, South Carolina, which is right outside of Charleston, South Carolina. We made it, and the storm was fine for us. We had some heavy rains and things. Some things blew down. A few tornadoes in the area that flipped a car just a few miles from us, but and they were fine. And so all in all, I think we fared well. Maybe not as much for the ones from Florida, but anyway, the hurricanes always brings a good bit of rain, but then it calms down the weather a little bit, cools us off a little bit, and so that's just part of living where we do. And everybody has those things no matter where they're at. You're either in the cold, you're either in the hot, you're either in the mountains and not in the mountains, and where there's reptiles or snakes and whatever else. So there's all kinds of things that goes on, from our regions, wherever we're at. But I'm so glad to have you all on today, and I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera. But one thing I did want to tell you too is if you have an advisor, Creative Memories advisor that you already work with, you be sure to order these products from them. That's the way it should be. If you don't have an advisor, I'd be glad to be yours and service you as whatever I could. Use my website. I would appreciate it. It would just be a big plus to me. If you are interested in joining as your own advisor, or you got a couple of friends that you want to get over to your house and you all scrapbook together and they order from you, it helps you purchase your products. So, but that's another way you can join from my site also. And we are the only company that pays you back to join. It's $49 to join. They immediately give you a $50 credit in order for you to use on products that you want to build your business. So instead of them having a kit or something that you have to buy or purchase, and you get your free website and all of that stuff. So you all can check all that out. And so, but anyway, I just appreciate it so much. Reach out to me any way that I can help you. I'll be glad to. I just have to go through the filters to try to contact you and things like that. So, but let's move on with the demo today and what I want to show you. So I'm going to change my camera. And so what you see here is the embellishments of the autumn harvest. I've put them on two boards, and that all is in this pack. There is 40 die cuts, and that's for $10. Some of them are foiled, just like you can see this one. You maybe can't see this. The tree has got foils on it. So several of them, put it in the light the right way. You can see that foil there. And so you talk about something that adds to that. I love this tree and the leaves on it. Get it to angle right with the lighting. There you can see some of all the leaves have got foil on them. The tree doesn't, that does. So, and this got a little sprinkle in it, and this one has some foil. This has some foil. The thankful is foil. Your cup has got a little pumpkin on it and it's foil. So different things throughout here. I just wanted to lay them out on a white sheet so you could see how beautiful they are. We got some sayings, got some tags where you can make your own journal box, you know, a little line box that's easy. You know, sometimes they're just a little verse. And of course, I absolutely love the oak trees. We have live oaks here, but we don't, very seldom do you find a pin oak or just a regular oak or maples. You don't find them often here. I grew up around in Ohio, and fall was one of my favorite times because we either went apple picking or you could just walk through the crisp in the woods, and you always had the maple leaves and the oak trees, and they were it was just gorgeous the way they turned. And so now I have to kind of go to the mountains if I want to see anything like that. But I wanted to show you these. So this is the the autumn harvest embellishments, and those are $10 a pack. So I'm going to try to set that aside where I don't lose everything and set that one package aside. The next one I want to show you is the autumn harvest designer paper pack. And I'm just going to flip through these because I've already turned them. And of course, our papers, they come 12 in a pack for $10. You got double sides. And so this is a pack that I think everybody's going to want 2 packs because I love the both sides of them. So this has kind of got your plaid little design maple leaf. The back side is a tiny, tiny dots on it, which is kind of your autumn colors with this blue and amber looking and golden looking. Then we've got the wood grain. I absolutely love this and the way they've done it as an angle. And so that's really neat. The back side of it. And see, of course, whenever you put these side by side, you know, you got your 2-page back, you know, base pages. That's the reason I'm thinking you might make 2 sets. So this has got your fall leaves. This one is a wood grain, kind of like your tree bark would be. And I guess you could make it go up and down or sideways. This has got tiny acorns on it, but you know, it's so faint that you have to really look to see it. So it's a small plaid paper. Well, not plaid really, but I mean, it's got grids in there, I guess. And then the little acorns. This one is cute because very muted in the background. And these are pumpkins, you can tell from the lighting there. And the back side is another one with very light leaves and, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's kind of like a blossom of some sort. But anyway, it's just kind of a little pattern, leaf pattern. It's the other side there. This one here has got little leaves and pumpkins, and it's kind of more of a rust red. So, you know, it's kind of neat too. And this one here has got your words in kind of with this light brown, muted, that it's got thankful, autumn, blessed, crisp, fall, harvest. Those are the words that I see. So then we've got this blue, and they've put a blue tone in with this, and this is leaves or like branches, I guess I would say. And then you've got this beautiful autumn plaid. I love that. So I wanted to show you those up close. The other one that we have, the other paper pack, it's a $5 pack, and it's 5 sheets of vellum. And this is kind of a tan crisscross. This is a stripe, kind of muted stripe with the blues. This is a little bit darker browns, not real dark brown, tan, I guess. This is a more of a wood grain looking, you know, amber, you know, rust color. And then we've got the blue, kind of a leaf pattern, as you can see. So I didn't open that one all the way. The vellum is really good to overlay on some of your other papers because your other things can see through and stuff. These are stickers. They come 3 in a pack, and they're $9. And of course, we've always got one that's got a lot of graphics. We've got one that will have borders, and then we've got ones that's got sayings on it. And a lot of times, and if you would notice like this round one here, if you have our punch, I believe are 1 3/4 inch punch. If you punch out a base collar, then you can put that right on there. You know, these others, you know, are just kind of square, whatever. This one here that is a longer rectangle, our rectangle to our custom cutting system with a certain blade would fit and make a mat for that. So those are always ways to make these words pop instead of just putting it straight on your page, especially if you want to use some of the paper for your background paper. I like the way they done this pumpkin leaves here is in a corner, and this is in a corner. So you can use one in one corner, one up in another corner, and that's a perfect little embellishment for that page. So those are really nice. All right. Someone had mentioned, they said, I don't ever use the mats. And I'm thinking, why do you not use the mats? The bigger size is 4.5 by 6.5. So they are made perfect for a 4x6 photo to do a frame. So it's already an automatic. Many of these, and see, and like this one, even though it's got a circle here, you can still do this and use your frame because they make the indentions come in far enough that your 4x6 would still fit on there and you won't see any of this. If you wanted to, you could cut this circle out, use it as a embellishment, or maybe put one of those pumpkins or something on it. What about this little circle, you know, wreath there? That could be in a circle. It's hard to tell what you could use it for, but I also use it for a journal box. You could also use this and then cut a picture that would fit in there, and that would be its automatic mat. And still use this as a mat around your photo. So there's plenty of ways. Both sides, you've got your bigger ones too. If you cut it in half at 3 1/4, you've got 2 journal boxes, which this one don't have any lines on it, so you can put them tall ways or you can put them long ways. Either way, look at the wood grain on this, just like the paper. They have that through several things. And so, I mean, I think this is one of the best packs that we've ever had as far as multi-use, because if you don't want to journal this much on this page, you can put this as your picture. I mean, do this as your picture. Use the backside for your frame around your picture. These work as frames also. And so I'm just kind of showing you these really quick. There's wood grain, good ones. This is that muted tan. Look at that. Perfect. You know, for putting a picture on or making a journal box. What if you took that and you wanted to lay your little pumpkins in the corner and you wanted to use this as a smaller picture holder, or make you a cluster on it of some of those things or some of the embellishments that we have. Lots of ways to use the mats, and they're such a compliment, and they're fast for you to use. You don't have to go measuring, you don't have to go cutting. Even if you wanted to, you can trim this down and make it your embellishment. And I'm going to show you. I've done that before, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to show you something else. Now these are all 4x6, so they're the same size as your picture. However, a lot of times we get a picture and we want to cut a little bit out of it, so you can still use these for mats. This is perfect. You've got this little wreath here. You could write inside here. You could trim that down if you want to for a 4x4. See, the opposite side's a different color. Very pretty here on this mat. And then you could use it this way, see. But some of these are just perfect. And say that you went to a pumpkin patch with your kids or something like that, and you could put, you know, pick pumpkins, you know, September of 23 or whatever. And that's your embellishment and your title. So perfect. This one would be, you know, I remember when my grandkids would go to the pumpkin patch when they were in a younger, you know, classroom, and you might say, you know, kindergarten, you know, 2015, and you know, Jacqueline's class and pumpkin patch, you know, Somerville or Mount Pleasant or wherever the city was that you went to, that they went on their field trip. Perfect for that. So there's lots of ways. Now here, see, I'll give you that idea about putting that sticker on here, and they've already put that on here. Just so you could, you know, write, you know, use it as journal box. These are great for journal boxes. You know, the little stump, that's perfect. The pine cone, and most of them are set to do vertical. or horizontal. Here's that wood grain paper that I'm loving. Absolutely. And look at this one here. And you've got a place up here. You can put some other things, sticker. You could cut this in half and have you a perfect title for a page. Same thing here. You could put a 4x4 picture or a 3.5 or 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and on here, and then you've got your journal already done. I'm talking faster than I can get me a breath. They've always got good sayings on these. Look, bullet points. Who doesn't love bullet points when you're journaling? This one's got a few more on it. Maybe be shorter, but more journal points. And you know what? You cut this in half and you'd have one for 2 pages. So lots of fun things there. So journal, but like I say, most of these, see, this could be covered with a picture that's just cut a little bit smaller, say a 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. You've still got a mat around it, and you've covered up the words because maybe that's not what you want to say. Great way to use our mats. So that is our autumn harvest collection, and they also had this wonderful. It's called Pumpkin Patch Frame Punch, and I'm going to show you how to use this for one thing, because I wanted to show you a couple different ways to use it. Let me tell you a couple other things though first before we go to that, because that's the last thing I want to do. If you perchance got the secret box, I want you to see that you will be getting one of these in the mail, and it says do not open until the September virtual crop, which is this coming Friday and Saturday, which is September the 8th and 9th, if I'm not mistaken. So don't hold me to that because I don't have my calendar in front of me. But you'll be getting one of these, and they've made this sealed and everything to tell you not to open it. Just put it with your box, because this got left out of the boxes whenever they were putting them together. And how great is this company that they send all these out to everyone that ordered a secret box. In addition, you didn't have to pay anything for this. You didn't have to pay any. You've already paid shipping. You already paid for these. And they done that at their cost because they wanted to get that information and these things to us. Sometimes, things just happen. That's just all we can say. I mean, sometimes CM runs out of product. We don't like that. But at the same time, it happened. It happens in the store. I went to the store the other day. I just needed to get a loaf of bread, and my brand was out. There was none on the shelf. I had to pick something else. Well, that's not as, I have to laugh sometimes. Do I miss things every once in a while? I do. And I missed something the other day that somebody said, oh, can you add this to my order? Well, I had an appointment. I went ahead and done that. I went ahead, come back. And what did I do when I went on? It had already sold out at the sale price that I wanted to get it for. And I'd already missed that. But you know what? It's all good. We just keep moving on. We pick something else. The one thing I know is if you miss a punch that may have come out or something, there's going to be another punch come along that you like just as well. And so don't get all bent out of shape. It's not a big deal. I know we like certain things and we want those, but it's okay. It's all going to be good. But I just love that our company went ahead and did this. So I wanted to tell you about that. I also wanted to, I don't think I showed this. I haven't showed this because I haven't been on YouTube for a while. And I apologize for that. It's been busy with some other things. This is called the Owl Build-A-Punch. And as far as I know, this was still in stock yesterday. So I presume it is. This is something they come out with, especially for our Croptoberfest time, which is our fall retreats and things. But this is one where it's got all the pieces, and you punch them out, maybe different colors, different pattern papers, and then you can put it together. Well, I want to show you a few. Don't hold me to these papers because I just used scrap that I had. So, and look at how cute these little owls are and stuff. The only thing somebody had mentioned to me, they said, oh, you need to take one of the little dots and make it look like it's cross-eyed or something, or all crazy. Somebody else used googly eyes and stuff. But see, I just used, and this was the tan paper that come inside one of my top loading pages. I love this tan paper. And so, and this, somebody thought it was brown. I had a black piece of paper, so I just done that. Well, see, then I had white, so I used a white and black here. And then this was some old blue paper that I had, and this was old paper from one of our $5 packs. I don't know what. I have these strips that I have laying around, and so I just grabbed them and just stuck them under half of this just to get the wings and his eyes. I called this one Old Blue Eyes. It just reminded me of, well, who was it? Frank Sinatra, that was always called Old Blue Eyes. So this was just some different ones that I done. Now this little dot and these eyes here that are just a tad smaller than this one, this is the size that comes out of here. The big eyes are all that size, but these others come out of my piece by piece punch, and that is still available too. And so did the little dots. So you never know. I mean, find what punches work for you. But I mean, these were perfect too. They really fit well. That's how this one is geared. And so just letting you know, this is another one. It's $24.50 for these punches, for this punch. And so I don't know how long that one will last or anything. It's been out for a week. Just it come out on for customers on the 28th. So that was the last Monday. But this one come out also. And this one's called, like I said, the pumpkin patch frame. And they did have it in with the autumn harvest. I'm not sure whether that's still in that system or not, but I wanted to show you. Now, you know, we could punch a border, and you know, we've got the little guidelines here that starts on either side, and that's where you would put your paper in. You know, you'd put it in so that would line up, the edge of it would line up there, and then you would punch and then move it aside to match up, you know, where it would hold, it would cover up the blue here, and you would be able to see that, and that's where you make the next punch, which is what I'm going to do with the top of this. Now, one thing I want you to know, this is usually a full 2-inch punch. The punch part. That's from this frame to this frame is 2 inches. And I cut this at 4 inches. So if I put it in here, and I made this a little bit longer. So if I put it in and I've got it right where the line is down here. So I've got it there. And you could even turn it upside down if you want to be sure, because this is a short piece. And then I bring this over and I'm going to hide the blue. See, so the silver is what's showing through. And I do that. And I've got 2 punches. Well, what do I have here? I have a perfect journal box, frame for a smaller picture, you know, to go here. Well, I just had a piece of scrap and you know, some of these, you've got these little stars and you kind of got this little pumpkin. Look at this, right with its little vines on it and the little star. Look like, I mean, I guess there's a couple of them here. But these are just like the little cutouts that are in there. And you could save some of those. I wouldn't save all of it if it's me. I do like these little pumpkins though. So I'm going to push that aside. But what I want to show you is how to use the frame punch on it. If you will notice, on both sides, there's a straight line right here, this long line. And so you can see it there. And you can see it right here, this line. That's very important. Now, if I'd done a full paper, this is where I would want to start. So I want my punch to start on that line. Now, the one thing is I've got this is cut 6 by 8. Anything that you do in a 2-inch increments is one of the things you would want to do if you're going to make a frame. You can do a 4x4. You could do a 6x6. You could do a 6x8. You could do a 8x8, 10x10, 12x12 is our full paper. If you wanted to do that and then lay it down, you would have this frame of pumpkins all the way around it. So I wanted to show you how to use that. So I naturally start on my, to my left side because I guess I'm right-handed, so I think of it that way. And so you can start at either side. But when I start there, I'm going to punch. And then I'm going to move this to the same thing to where it's going to cover up that side. But I can only, and then it's going to stop on this side right at that punch. Because I can only make 3 punches on this side. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I turn it. And this little corner is what I'm lining up again here. Now, because this is 6 inches, I'm only making 2 punches because that's the way it'll be. And there's this little inch kind of square. It might be off. Big deal. And see, and it stops over here because I've cut it at that size. And then I'm going to turn it again. This corner, I'm turning it and I'm doing it here. And I'm lining it up right at that line. And that's your 1 inch out there. And we're going to punch this 3 times. And the way you know to stop is because you don't want this to go all the way in. You want it to stop on the line that's on this other side. And then we're turning it again, lining it up right at the little line. And we're going to punch it twice. See how that's right at that line. So that's a little 1 inch and these are 1 inch. And you can save the 4 little corners if you want to. That can be all trash. And here is your frame. Now that should be good enough. It would hold a 3.5 by 5.5 or 5.25 picture and be a frame. So you talk about that pumpkin patch with the kids. I didn't go back and get a picture that I have of my grandkids at a pumpkin patch. But how cute would this look? And this is on our pumpkin cardstock. I used cardstock just because, but you could use any of our papers that was in that autumn harvest. Be perfect for that. So just to kind of I wanted to give you some instructions on how to use this. I mean, you all know you can put it in and go punch all the way across, and and then you would just trim it what size you wanted to. It's not a fall off punch. It'll stay on the paper until you cut cut it at the edge. See, I mean, if I'd have done this all the way across, that's how it would have looked, and then I would have needed to have trimmed it to the size that I wanted, for the border. So, thought I would show you that today. And now think of all these pumpkins I've got here. All these little pumpkins. So cute. So that's just a little plus there on those. So I think I kind of showed you everything I wanted to show you. Let's just where's that paper? Something here real quick. You know me, I'm pulling this wonderful paper. Okay, let's say that we've got one that's going this way. And then down here, let's do this. I'm going to frame it and then say I'm going to do a journal box, or I could do another picture there. Very thankful. I'm just trying to show you how quick a page like this becomes. I might not use that one, but anyway, there you go. Talk about, and then you had your picture. I've already got this for a journal box, so I'll probably do another picture on top of that. And see how that works right there. Page done. So this is why we want to be sure we use our frame punch in a certain way. Add that, you know. Change that out. Made that our journal box, you know. It's so very thankful. You know, there's just all kinds of ways to use this. So you know, you can already see that I'm just like, all right, well, that works too. So I would probably put another little something here, a little cluster of something to go with that. That's not going to do, but since I've got the other things, but let's use another leaf down here or something. So still easy way to scrapbook. And we don't have to have 100 things to do it with. If you have a punch that you're working with, you've got some certain things that you're working with. The collections are made so they intersperse with each other. And so that's a reason that they are great to use together. And so just wanted to throw that out. And so, but anyway, let me switch back over here. And I so appreciate you all joining me today. And I know it's a Labor Day weekend. Are you scrapbooking any? I got, it was great to go see my granddaughter play volleyball Friday, Saturday. And so, anyway, I enjoyed that. And so back home and just wanted to do a video today and show you these things. Again, this is Connie Skaggs from Latson, South Carolina. Look me up on our creativememories.com. And I just so much appreciate you all watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit your notifications so you can be notified whenever I upload a video. And so hopefully I'm back on schedule and can do these at least every 2 weeks. And so I never pick a certain day. So I just, I need to get more on target for that. So it seems like so many people have so many other ideals and I'm just trying to come up with things. And so, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's just, there's just only so many ways you can use a punch. There's just so many ways that you can do a paper and there is nobody has a copyright on anything. So they might disagree with me, but tell you the truth, they just don't. So anyway, I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it today. And so just give me a shout out if there's anything I can help you with. I do enjoy your holiday weekend. If you are working, I appreciate those people that do work on those holidays. And so hopefully you'll have another day off. And so, but still, just enjoy what time you can with your family and friends, make memories, and get them scrapbooked because that means so much. I appreciate it. See y'all later. Bye.